Yeah, no, they did a good job. We knew they would. We knew they'd have a good scheme, and we got out physical, up front, and it hasn't been like that this year, and man, guys were battling up front, and they've been battling through a lot, injury wise, trying to be tough, trying to be physical. Lost some guys sort of in game, but again, there's credit them. They played physical. We knew their O line. We talked about it was going to be, did a really nice job up front, and there are opportunities to be made. Again, the fourth down hurt early. Another big play, kind of reminiscent of Ole Miss, right? You just on fourth down, you don't want to give up a biggie. You want to be able to play again, and so yeah, tough day.
Brad, how do you look forward? I know the game just ended, but how do you try to create some sort of positive momentum for the offseason moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta dig in and look at what you did well during the season. Obviously there were games that the guys played really, really well. And a lot of young players down the stretch here have gotten a lot of significant reps, and the hope is that experience will carry you through in the future.
Brad, you guys, you've been here long enough. You remember when you guys were dominating this rivalry year in and year out, especially in the trenches. How deflating is it for that script to kind of be flipped, and especially with the offense for Louisville having so much success?
Yeah, it never feels good. The only thing you can do, right, is dig in, try to figure out, what you can do to improve. If you ever just stay stagnant, everybody's going to pass you by. So, we've got to figure out which areas we need to improve in. Again, the hope is that the youth that has played here down the back end of the stretch, is some of those injuries that we've had, that they'll learn from these mistakes, and there were plenty of them out there today, that they're going to be able to sit in the off season and look at the tape and say, oh man, okay, that is, that's not good ball, didn't leverage the football on the outside edge. That might have been the most frustrating thing to me today is just some of our leverage on the football, especially on the edge of the defense, and so we'll make sure that gets fixed. It had not been an issue sort of up to this point this year, and we'll make sure that gets fixed.
You've been there a long time, but you're one of the assistants who was working on an expiring contract this year. Have you made any decisions about what your next
I've just been thinking about this season. That's all I care about, and haven't really thought about anything other than trying to win this football game. And I'll spend tomorrow trying to figure out what went wrong in this football game. And so all those things get handled at the end of the season anyway. So no.
Brad, big picture. I mean, you guys improved by one game in SEC, one game overall, but didn't really make the bowl. So just what do you take away from the season? How do you view it?
I mean, it's not good enough. It's not our standard. Listen, when you after you go to 8 straight bowls, right? Not going. It hurt last year. Not going, and then having this opportunity right in front of us that would have got us back in that contention, got us extra practices. You talk about, hey, how do you get better? Man, you get better with reps. You get better with, and we're going to have opportunity to get more reps going into a bowl game. Obviously, being a rivalry game, makes it even worse. So, yeah, at least it'll keep that. There'll be a lot of sting in the off season.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Okay, questions for Coach Hamdan?
Which obviously the progress you guys made during that 3-game winning streak that seemed to kind of go away the last 2 weeks. What happened on offense that you just weren't able to move the ball again?
You know, I mean, obviously I take full responsibility. It always starts with me. You know, this game may be different than others. It felt, you know, we mixed tempo. We tried to get in, tried to get out. We just couldn't sustain drives. I think put Cutter in bad positions, I think, in that 3-game stretch. I mean, you look at from a completion percentage standpoint, we were able to get him easy completions and just, you know, ultimately couldn't get him off to a good start early today, and unfortunate for the guys in that locker room.
So what's the vision for the offense, I guess, moving forward? I mean, obviously you have a lot of young players, but the momentum that felt like you were building, don't really go in the offseason with that.
I think the biggest thing, John, is just, you know, the sole focus was on this game, you know what I mean? And so, again, right now I think, you know, we're certainly hurting both as a staff, but for those players, you guys have been, you know, following them for the last 6-8 weeks. You've seen their resiliency. I think you guys know that group, you know, deserve to get to postseason more than anybody. You know, the vision is improve the process, and it's what it always is, you know. And so I think for us in this profession, there's ups, there's downs, but you keep swinging, you keep analyzing what was good, what can get better, and you know, we've been through it a lot, and that's always where our mind is right now.
Cutter was sacked 6 times, and I think he might have been 7 a week ago. What was happening up front that you all couldn't give him time?
Again, I think from our standpoint of putting the plan together, 2 similar back-to-back weeks, whether we were not creating runs and able on first and second down to get things going, we were in seemed like 3rd and long situations over and over again, and I don't think that's easy for anybody. So again, take full responsibility for it. You know, he's got a bright future. He's done a ton of really good things. That was my message to him and the rest of our younger players in the locker room.
Bush, as you look back on the season, what are maybe 2 or 3 things that you're most proud of that you think the offense did right?
I think the first thing is just, again, you know, the hard stretch we had early, and for the players to, I really thought this was a resilient team. I thought it was a team that was very low drama. They showed up every single week and really allowed us to have that 3-game stretch we had, you know, by working hard, not blaming others. And so I think that'll be what I remember from them. Again, I think at times during the year, you know, we played maybe as good as anybody, but it was obviously not consistent enough to finish it out. So extremely proud of the group, proud to be a part of the group. I'll remember this team for a long, long time for who they are and how they battled, and ultimately really wish we could have finished it for them.
What's Cutter's next step? What does he have to do to go into the next season and be one of those guys?
I don't know if there's ever just one thing, you know, for sure. It's to just keep taking those lessons, the good, the bad. You know, the pain will be there, but the experience is something he's just got to lean on and really, again, take the things of the success he had in the middle of the year, and then again, just the learning points that we all can have, again, to make him more successful. I've said it to him forever. You know, this is not something he's just going to be doing for a year, another year. He's going to be playing football for a long, long time. I was fortunate enough to be around some of those guys who have played for a long, long time, and I think it's, you know, at the end of the day, this is process-driven. This is him becoming the best player he can be. Never too hard on himself, but just keep working one day at a time and falling in love with the sport.
Bush, some cynical people, of course, say there's too many bowls these days, but I know for you guys getting all those extra practices is such a big deal. So how much development do you miss out on not getting those practices?
Yeah, a ton, you know, a ton. And I think we talked about that obviously going in this game, which was another reason we wanted this so bad, just because this had felt all year like a team. If you let them play 6 more games, they would play 6 more games, and they would show up and practice 3 days a week, and the walkthroughs on Thursday and Friday, and you know, and so that's probably the hardest thing. Again, we talk about the youth, but overall, I think just in general, anytime you can get a second spring season, it's critical.
All right, thanks, Coach. Cutter.
How do you just explain what happened the last 2 weeks when you guys had a whole one off?
Yeah, we just didn't play well enough as a unit. Louisville did a really good job today, and they just outplayed us as a whole, and we just have to be better offensively.
Coach Steve said on Monday that you were planning to be back. Is that still the plan going forward?
Yeah, no, this is definitely where I want to be. I want to play for Kentucky.
How do you all react to the heat that's on Coach Stoops and the rest of the staff now too?
Like I said before, we kind of take it on us. That's on us. It's on us as players. I feel like the whole team feels that way. It's on me. We gotta be better as an offense, and I gotta be better as a quarterback.
Coach, how surprised are you by just the overall performance today for the team?
Yeah, no. I'm embarrassed on my performance as an individual, and we had a lot of opportunities to do some things out there. Louisville played well as a defense, and overall we just got to play better.
How would you characterize your relationship with both Coach Stoops and Coach Hamdan?
I have a really close relationship with both of them. We're really real and honest with each other. There's not much to say about today, and besides they kind of beat us as a whole. They beat us. They played better.
Cutter, what do you have to do this offseason for next year for like you're one of those quarterbacks in the SEC?
We just gotta continue to get better. I have to continue to get better in a variety of areas. There's a ton of areas to grow in as a team and as an individual, and we just gotta continue to take steps as a whole.
Kind of what happened on the sidelines after that second pick?
Yeah, well, I just can't throw a pick. I wouldn't be in that situation. So.
Anything else for Cutter?
What are some of the things that you think you improved on over the season?
Yeah, I feel like my overall command of just kind of the offense, just kind of being a captain and kind of being just managing the offense as a whole. I feel like there's a variety of areas I still need to get better in. There's not one specific one I need to get better, but there's a ton of areas I just need to improve in. I just need to improve overall as a quarterback.
Coach, when we putting this loss aside, how tough is it knowing like this is it for this team? Like you're not gonna be able to play with these guys. Some of the guys again.
Yeah, that's like the hardest part of it. Just these seniors. It's hard to kind of go out this way, especially for them. I think of a lot of us young guys were playing for them out there today, and I'm disappointed that I wasn't able to put my best foot forward for them.
And one note on Cutter, he did set the school record for completion percentage by a quarterback in his freshman season, ended up 65% for the year, setting our freshman record for that.
Okay, we'll end on that, Cutter. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you all.
How do you explain what happened in the last 2 weeks when you all knew that more eligibility was on the line to go out for stuff?
We just lost. Obviously it's not the way that any of us imagined it was going to go, but that's how it went. Just life just, I don't know. We just lost.
How surprised are you just by how lopsided it was? I'm assuming you thought you guys put up a much better performance.
I'm very surprised, honestly. Obviously, like you said, we had a mindset that it was going to, be different. And, but we just never got the ball rolling on both sides of the ball. And that led to the score, being the score.
How hard is it just to stomach this?
Very hard for me, honestly, because I know a lot of people on that sideline just because, from, me being from Lexington and then Louisville. So, there was a lot of trash talk, when plays were being made over there. But it's very hard because it's for the guys, man, we worked so hard throughout the season. And then even when we was going through our little down slope, we started to rise back up again. Things look very promising. We needed one more win. We had 2 more games to get to a bowl. And obviously it didn't happen.
What's your sort of, I know obviously it's probably tough right now because you just lost, but how do you remain positive about the future of the program going forward?
I think, you kind of just got to own this loss. Our season's over, but you do have to own this loss, look at it, correct it. But, the sun will come up on a new day tomorrow. And I mean, you know, as long as it just continues to happen, the sun keep coming up, and you got another opportunity just to get better. And yeah, just look forward towards the future. Because this, I mean, granted, it just happened like a few minutes ago, but it's behind us now. Ain't nothing we can do about it.
Obviously, there's a lot of heat on Coach Stoops. How do you guys in the locker room respond to all that talk?
Like when it comes to
The pressure on Coach Stoops?
oh, I mean, I'm kind of upset that, you know, we weren't able to get it done just to, you know, take some of that pressure off of his shoulders. Because, I mean, I like him. He's a great guy, a good coach as well. But, yeah, it's just we try to work hard for him, try to get it done for him, you know, along with ourselves. But, yeah, that's all I got.
Ty, being a Lexington kid, knowing what you know about UK, how tough is it to know that this was, you're just part of the most lopsided loss Kentucky's ever had in this series?
Man, it sucks for sure. It definitely is bad. Like I said, I know a lot of people over there, and throughout the week, a lot of things were talking about, like, you know, revenge in the basketball loss. You know what I mean? But it's bad. I mean, yeah, it's not a good feeling to have.
How did you feel like you all were flat? And did you feel like you all played flat?
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like
Why do you think that happened?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those things where we can never get momentum on our side. I don't know. I mean, if you asked me at the hotel coming over here, we was all juiced up, ready to go. I don't know. I guess just when, you know, the ball was turned over, you know, after the clap, it wasn't there. So I don't know. I really don't.
Ty, what was the energy like going into halftime for you guys?
I feel we still had high hopes. I mean, we was like, we're just going to come back. Like, we're going to come back. Last time we was here, I don't remember the score of the situation exactly, but I believe we were down at halftime, my freshman when we came here. And we had a good, big special teams play out the gate. And, you know, it was a good game after that. And, I mean, at halftime, we're only down 3 scores. So that's very much doable. And I feel like we had a great team that we could, you know, come back and score. So, yeah, that's how we was feeling at halftime.
Ty, did it feel like after the game got going, did you feel there's any carryover from last week to this week for you guys?
I really didn't. Not really. Nah, not really. I think the energy was a little different. Obviously, I mean, the score was almost the same, but the energy was a little bit different. But nah, I don't think so. No, sir.
All right, anything else for Ty? Okay, thank you very much.